It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Robert Woods. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Steelers and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Oh, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Right to the air is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down before reaching the 25. 13 yards on the game's opening play. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets it up past the 35. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 11 carries, 59 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet, because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to pump this one away. Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the 3rd-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is caught. It's Woods. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. The sneak successful from a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Carr to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their 1st sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burt sets up to throw it. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. first down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. On second down, Montgomery. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Tiger.
They go play action with Hurts.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
The 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Joey Slye for the point after.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long. Go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And Sharp hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing is Hurts. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
But first down, Hurts. Claypool with another catch.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raiders offense ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Carr.
Quickly a slant to Renfro.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing is Carr on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go. Crack all 80. Ready.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 16, under a minute 20 to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Carr. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Carr to throw. Connecting with Renfro. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Carr. And that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers stretch this fourth-quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.